Welcome back to the channel, guys. It is a beautiful day out here in Spokane Valley. Today's video is going to be a little bit different than my last videos, format-wise. You know, I just did a couple things to my car, you know, illegal things. Also, I painted a rock. But in terms of what I did to my car, basically I just removed all my emission stuff, which is illegal. But, thankfully for me, Washington State doesn't test your car for emissions anymore. So, yeah, I kind of just did it. Also, I needed the space in my engine bay. Now, in terms of like my video format, I'm gonna have to change it up a little bit because it's a little difficult to work on my car and videotape it all in one go when I'm going to school in the morning, working in the afternoon, and then doing homework pretty much during all of my free time. It's really hard for me to kind of get down and just videotape myself working on my car, because working on my car, I can do that fairly quickly, but having to videotape it takes a lot more time than you'd expect. So what I'm going to start doing instead is I'm going to work on my car without videotaping it. I might take some time lapses and things like that here and there. I'll hone this whole new direction I'm taking, and I want you guys to help me out on what works, what doesn't work. But basically, I'm going to be working on my car on my own, and then I'm going to go over it after the fact. This will allow me to be able to work on my car basically whenever, and then kind of show you guys how to do it afterwards so that I don't kind of screw up while working on my car and then show you my screw-ups, if that makes sense. But let's get right into today's video. So last Saturday, when I was about to start working on my car, I decided, you know what? It'd be a perfect day to install my adjustable fuel pressure regulator that I got. But I quickly realized that I had no room for this. Like, I couldn't put it anywhere. And you know what was in the way? The emission stuff that Washington State doesn't test for anymore. You see what I'm getting? Yeah, you see what I'm getting at. I'm going to go over what I deleted exactly and how I deleted it, but before you go deleting the whole system, there are a few things that you need to grab first. What? So obviously for this project, you're going to want the basic tools: 10mm wrench, 12mm wrench, and a 14mm wrench. Those are the only sizes that I encountered. But you're also going to want a plug kit. Now, I used almost every single size in this plug kit. Especially the 7/32 of an inch plugs. Those are the most useful. I only used, 2 out of the 5, but that was like the most I used. Now I have a couple questions for you guys before we get started here, because I want to know what you think. As you saw in a previous video, my little corner piece to my side skirts kind of fell off, and I'm asking you guys if I should just delete the whole side skirt. I think it would give it a nice, unique, clean look. It kind of just rounds out underneath, kind of giving it more of a sports car look, because not only is this falling off, but it looks kind of bad because the previous owner like literally screwed it in, but it's starting to fall off over here, and on the other side, it's straight up not wanting to stay on. And I could get new clips in there, but the little clips are kind of broken inside of there, so I'd have to get new side skirts as well, or like somehow fix this. And I'm waiting for the day this kind of flies off on the highway and kills a horse or something. So my question to you is, do you think I should delete the side skirts? Why or why not? I think personally it would give it a pretty unique and clean look. Pretty much everyone keeps the side skirts on. And if I took the side skirts off, it would kind of round out underneath, giving it a nice, I think it'd give it a pretty nice clean look. And then I can go with some custom side skirts to kind of finish it off later on, probably made of ABS plastic or something like that. I'll do that someday. That's on the list. But I just want to let you guys know that I'm thinking about that, and I want to know what you think about it. Also, some people have been wanting an update on the wide body kit. It is still happening. It is still happening. I'm realizing more and more of how difficult it's going to be, seeing that it's a kit not made for an Eclipse. But the front fenders will actually be not too bad. I'm going to do some cutting to make them look the way I want and fit the way I want. And then the rear fenders, those are going to take some convincing to fit, but it's still happening. I'm just going to make my car actually have more horsepower first. I want it to go fast before it looks fast, if you know what I'm saying. I've already started marking up the fenders and everything like that, the over fenders, not these fenders. So it is still happening. It is still happening. I just wanted to make my car go fast before I make it look fast, because I don't want to be a ricer. Although in buying an over fender kit, I think I'm automatically riced, but I don't know. I'll leave that up to you guys. I don't really care. It's my car. So in deleting the emission system, there are a few things you're going to be deleting. You're going to be deleting some hoses, some flutes, and some mushroom houses. So basically where I started, there's a bunch of hoses that kind of go from this flute, that's just what I'm going to call it from now on, this flute into kind of these ports here. And it also goes into a second flute that kind of positions itself behind the throttle body there. You're going to want to remove all the hoses, disconnect all the hoses. Actually, that's upside down. Just completely unbolt this. And then start plugging up the ports that are on the throttle body. You don't need to worry about plugging this thing up because this just kind of transfers the air. It actually pops back up over here. And it goes out from under there and connects to a new sensor. I went ahead and removed that, and this is what it looks like. So buried underneath all of that, you'll find something that looks like this. Now, these two hoses will connect to the flute that kind of is hiding underneath the intake manifold. Disconnect those, unbolt this, and then unplug it, and then you can remove this. This is your EVAP purge solenoid. You can go ahead and remove that. So once you've removed all of the hoses there and the flutes and all that, you can actually unbolt the little the flute pipes back here. I'm kind of embarrassed at saying that, but I don't know what else to call them. This, however, you will not be able to remove because the bolt is back there. It's very hard to get to. There's a bolt right there, which is pretty easy to get to. And then there's a bolt back in there with like a little protective plate. It's almost as if you're not supposed to be able to remove this stuff. After you delete all of that, there's going to be your EGR solenoid right here. Just go ahead and unbolt that, unhook everything. You just pull that right on out. Again, the only things you really need to plug up here are the ports that go into the intake manifold. Everything else, you just kind of leave it. But a very important note, these plugs that plug into all of your, solenoids and valves and all that, you're going to want to secure these because there are stories of these kind of falling down into the engine bay, getting caught up in things they shouldn't be, and dealing a lot of damage. So definitely secure these with either a zip tie or like some electrical tape or something just to keep these out of the way. But, keep them there in case you want to like restore it or something. I don't know. So the flute back here is going to have hoses that kind of loop around and connect to your EGR valve right here. You need a block-off plate from STM Tune to plug that up. I have yet to get mine, so I just kind of plugged that. But otherwise, you're able to just remove this and plug it up. Now, the last element that we delete on this whole endeavor is the mushroom houses, which is also the EVAP purge valve. Now, this is your EVAP purge valve. It's going to be found underneath your battery, bolted to the car like so. And you're also going to want to remove your charcoal canister. But here's the thing. The front-wheel drive cars have the charcoal canister in the gas tank, which is kind of not very convenient. If you have a GSX and it's all-wheel drive, it's found in the engine bay somewhere. I don't exactly know where. But you're going to delete all these hoses. Since I have yet to delete the canister, I just kind of plugged up the line that was going down to it. And one more thing, I have a question for you more experienced DSMers. This has a vacuum hose. Yes, I didn't have a plug big enough. This has a vacuum hose that goes from here to the purge valve, and I couldn't find out what it was for, but I deleted it because I got rid of that. So I'm assuming we're good. Of course, I assume that, and then the car probably won't start or something tremendous. So yeah, that's pretty much a quick rundown of what I did last Saturday. Before you take on this project, you're going to want some diagrams to know exactly what you're going after and why. And I just showed you what to delete and where it'll go. Of course, it was all already removed anyways, but I'm kind of liking this new format of working on my car and then telling you about it after the fact. It makes it easier for me going to school and work and all that all at the same time. So let me know how you guys liked it. Let me know how I can improve, what I should do, what I should not do. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Next week, we're going to be putting on the adjustable fuel pressure regulator now that I have some space. And be sure to let me know what you guys think about the wide body kit, what you think about the side skirts, whether I should delete them or not. And yeah, hopefully this build will be a little accelerated now with this new format. So also with this format, I should be able to post videos more frequently as well because I won't be restricted to doing everything all at once. So I won't have to wait till Saturday to film my videos. That's pretty much when I do them. I can just kind of work on my car, and then as I go along, make videos and show you guys exactly what I'm doing to keep you updated. And then I'll try to keep you also involved in the actual work itself. So I'll try to take more videos and time lapses while I'm working on the car. But yeah, that's pretty much the end of today's video. I would really appreciate a like and a subscription. That'd be pretty awesome. Let me know what you guys think about this video, and I will see you guys next time.